Thank y'all so much for joining Blessing Flow. Welcome so much. Double tap the screen, and then swipe and invite. If you don't know who I am, this is a great way to go ahead and introduce myself. I am your girl Theron. I am your dream developer, where I help the startup mompreneur develop her dream, owning her own business into that reality. I help you close the gap. See this gap between where you want to be. Hey, thanks for joining, Gina Smiles Sold Me. Thank y'all so much for joining. There's a gap between, look, there's a gap. Hey, Timothy. I know I'm about to do my spiel, but I keep seeing my folks. I want to say hey to y'all first. Thank y'all so much for joining. Swipe and invite and double tap the screen, y'all. I got a heart go. But if this is your first time joining, let me know by putting number 1 up and tell me your name and where you're from. But I am your girl Theron. I am a dream developer, where I help the startup mompreneur develop her own dream of owning her own business into her reality. See the gap? Help her close the gap from where she's at to where you want to be. So I help you close that gap by helping you focus on your thoughts, your words, and taking small action steps where you're at. And those action steps where I help you take action at is in your social media development. Yes. I help you develop your social media plan for your business so you can go ahead to ignite, to build, and explode your business. But today we're going to be talking about stop telling me and yourself what you have to wait on. Thanks again so much for the hearts and everything, guys. The main thing is stop telling yourself and me what you are waiting on. So I was talking to my friend Tammy. So luckily Tammy does not even watch Periscope, but I was talking to Tammy, right? And so I talked to Tammy in July. No, beginning of July or end of June, right? And so Tammy does not work, okay? Tammy does not work, but she graduated college in 2002, because I graduated in 2001, with a health degree. She loves working with older people. She loves the health field. So she's in a situation right now where she just has some small minor run-in with the laws. And so she's ready to get cleared from some of her stuff. Nothing major, nothing like that. But, okay, I saw Tammy. I said, okay, go ahead and write your stuff down. Like, we talked about you doing this home health care. So I'm just like, girl, just write the steps down. Write how, the name, maybe the name of the business, what licenses you need to do, how many nurses you might want to hire, what are the regulations that you have to abide by. So I'm telling her to go ahead and do this, okay, right? But she won't come to me with an excuse. Well, I'm not really, I gotta wait till all this stuff clears first. No. I'm like, Tammy, no. Stop. I said, the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain. Welcome, Wheelhouse Mike A. Write the vision, make it plain, so that you can run with it at a later time. She said, men can run with it at a later time. I said, no, write it now. We serve a God, and God can clear it up tomorrow, and you got to be, write the plan out now. I told her to write it out now, so when you get through the legality that you're in, you'll be able to run with your plan. You know where you want to do. Because she's a believer and she believes in God. I'm like, God can do anything. We got to stop talking and just saying stuff out our mouth and not really truly believing what we are saying. We serve a God, the Most High God, that can do anything, and He can do it suddenly. But people don't realize that. He can do it suddenly, but you got to be ready at the same time. You have to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready when the time comes. So stop telling yourself that's what you have to wait on. No, you can start with small steps right now so that when it is time to come, then you can go. See, my thing is to ignite. I want to help people ignite their dream. Ignite that divine revelation of evidence appearing in your mind. I want to spark that. When you ignite something, you have fireworks, it starts with what you got in your hand, right? You ignite something. You use what you got in your hand, and you're igniting. It's not going to come on the first time, right? When you ignite something, it's not going to come. You have to ignite it, and you have to build it, and then it explodes, right? So you have to start where you're at. I'm not sure if you heard of Moses, right? Our cousin Moses in the Bible. He was the same way. He was trying to tell God, I can't do this. I can't do this because what he said, I stutter. Who gonna believe me? He kept naming all the stuff that he did in the past, right? But God's trying to get him to go somewhere else. But guess what? He had to do it afraid. He ended up having to do it afraid, and the more he did it, eventually God sent somebody else to help him in his place, right? He sent his cousin Aaron to talk in his place. But when God wants you to do something, he wants you to do something. He knows that it's already within you to do it. All you got to start now. Hey, good morning. All you got to start, if you're just joining me, if it's your first time following me, click on the little bald head Perry Pittman right here and click on follow to get all my notifications. Again, I am your girl Theron. I typically scope Monday through Thursday around 10:15, 10:30-ish. I'm a little late today, but I'm back. But I want to just give you some little things to talk about. Hey, Lynette, it's to trust God to overcome what you call limitations. Trust God to overcome, I got my little notes here, what you call limitations. Some of that stuff is not limitations. You think it's limitations, but they're not limitations. Hey, Lynette, you think they're limitations, but they're not limitations. So trust God that he don't put it within you. Sometimes you gotta have circumstances to pull out what is already in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know, I did a women's expo on last weekend on August the 12th. I'm trying to find my little thing. But I did a women's expo. And it was called Superwoman Still Standing, okay? I did a women's expo called Superwoman Still Standing, right? And God, if you looked at my plans for this year, it was nowhere in my plans for this year to do it, right? But God told me to do it, so I had to do it, right? I said, God, we can do it next year. He's like, no, do it this year. See, I want to do... No, I wasn't. Lynette, no, I wasn't. I wasn't. And so God said, no, do it this year. And so I didn't really know what was within me. I planned an event less than 2 months. I started in July and I had it August the 12th. I planned it within 2 months and I had a tremendous response of people to come. The place I went today to go back to that center, and they're like, I know you had over 100 folks there, right? In less than 2 months. Only word of mouth and Facebook advertisement. And Facebook advertisement. I say this to say that circumstances will pull out what you need and show you that you can do it, that you have the faith, that you have the tags. You have the talent, abilities, gifts, and strength to do it. Sometimes you need somebody to help pull it out of you. Sometimes you need someone else to push you. Sometimes you need someone else to believe in you. That is me, okay? I am your girl Theron. I am a dream developer where I help the startup mompreneur develop her dream of owning her own business into her reality. I actually help, thank you, Lynette. I actually help the startup mompreneur develop her business, right? Because think about it. When you are in school, when you are at a job, they train you. So you're trained how to be an employer. Sometimes you're not trained how to be an entrepreneur. You're not trained in social media marketing. You're not trained. Sometimes you got to learn it and figure it out on your own. But sometimes it's good to have someone to help you along the way. That way you won't get frustrated. That way you won't get overwhelmed and you will stop. See, some people, they stop, right? They stop because they are frustrated. They're tired. They're overwhelmed, and they procrastinate on it. So that's my acronym for STOP. I forgot what the S stood for. Tired. I forgot what the S stood for. But no more, guys. Like, we have to start looking at the bigger picture. Like, what if you don't do it? I know for a fact that, hey, Gina, thank you for coming back. I know that for a fact at the Superwoman Still Standing, people's lives were changed. Not necessarily for me, but I had speakers. And so I know that from the different speakers that I had speaking, from the different workshops that I had at the work, facilitating the different workshops, that lives were changed. Something was sparked in them to do something different, or to whatever that change, that simple change could be. But what if I did not have it? What if I got stuck in my own problems? I got stuck in my own fear. Yeah, what if I didn't try? Exactly. What if I didn't try it? What if I didn't try it? And then, because not only that, but now that facility, that building where I had the expo at, now that building is being exposed to other people. They're like, I didn't know there was an office in an event center here in Warner Robins. I didn't know this place existed. I didn't know I can have birthday parties, weddings, receptions at this place. You know what I'm saying? And so also people were able to see the talents and the abilities and gifts I had just by putting on this event. They saw that I had these people come to this event only through social media marketing. That I do know a little bit. I'm not a I'm not a guru at it, but I am intermediate. I'm not a beginner with Facebook marketing and Facebook ads, because I actually targeted my stuff. Hey, Jacob, is Jacob Israel? I actually targeted my stuff, in which and I can share this with y'all. Let's close this. I'm trying to, we'll do it that way. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all some of the stats, right? From I got all these things gotta close. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you some of the stats, right? So I created the event, right? And so it reached 8,000, and this is what it means when it means reach. The number of unique people who were shown information about your event. So over 1,000 people viewed my event page, right? And so out of that 1,000, a total number of people who responded interested or were going to your event. Okay? That's all about Facebook advertising. Because God knows there's a certain way that I want to do things in a certain level that I want it to done. But you know what? It worked out. It worked out. So I just want to encourage you. To stop. Hold on. Stop telling me and yourself what you're waiting on. You don't have to wait for an audience. Create your own opportunities right now. So I was talking about, thank you, Michelle. And I was talking about creating your own opportunities through collaboration. You're not going to be able to do everything by yourself, right? So create your own opportunities through collaboration. Exposure is the key. You are a movement by yourself, but you're a force when you get together, right? Now, I'm not Neo, but you're a movement by yourself, but you are a force when you get together. Now, the Women's Expo is called Superwomen Still Standing, right? It's Superwomen Still Standing. It's a women's expo that celebrates women. It is frustrating, but yes, it is frustrating by yourself. Exactly. And then you quit, right? A lot of times folks quit because they're frustrated, they're overwhelmed, and they're tired, so they quit. This ain't working. This mess ain't working. I've been doing this for 2 months. Oh, this ain't working. 2 months, really? I've been doing this for 3 months, and I'm not getting the exposure. People are not liking my post. You got to do it more than 3 months. You got to do more than 90 days. Okay, you're not gonna your video, your post may not go viral in 2 days because you sprinkle a few posts on Facebook, you sprinkle a few posts on Instagram, and you do a few snaps. Your stuff may not go viral. You got 1 or 2 YouTube videos. Yeah, straight quit mode. Exactly. Because they posted on Facebook, they posted a little bit, and then they expect a lot to happen. No, you have to put in the work. Like the people on Periscope, some folks are streaming every single day. I know that Lavina Latoya has been streaming every single day since May. They quit prematurely, exactly. Because they want, we all want instant gratification. We all want to be Insta famous, Facebook famous, go viral, have a company pick us up by a big box brand company and whatever. We all may want something like that, but it just doesn't happen that way. Like we all want to win the lottery tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Thursday, Wednesday, when the lottery is like 650, the Powerball. We all want to hit the lottery, right? And get that instant money and think our lives are going to be better because we have instant money. No, if you ain't got a plan, or you are a spender, you know, over a saver. I am a saver. Right. Oprah didn't get there right away. And folks were hating on Oprah. Folks told Oprah that she could not be no news anchor, and look at her now. I know folks were talking crazy to Oprah when she decided to stop her talk show and have her own network, right? Folks were talking crazy, but she still pressed on. And the key is here, you know who's real in what they're doing, because they are going to keep on. Yes, when I hit the Powerball, I'm going to come get you. That's my goal. Okay, Timothy. Hey, Trey Goble, welcome. You playing the Powerball, Tim? I might need to get you to play me some numbers down there, down in Florida, right? Because folks always seem to win in Florida. But I'm going to play my numbers on the 23rd. Yes. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. And so, guys, collaboration is key. And before I get ready to go, also, open up your mouth and talk to people. There's probably somebody else that wants to do what you're doing, but they feel like they have nobody else to do it with. I'm going to say it again. There's somebody out there that wants to do what you're doing, but, oh, yes, Tim, yes. But guess what? They don't know who to do it with. And so once you start talking to people, and once you start building relationships with people, then we start building relationships with people, then guess what, guys? Folks will know what you're doing, and stuff can be done. Like, I just was talking to a lady. Well, we were talking a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, okay, well, boys is heavy on my heart. I got 2 boys. Boys are heavy in my heart. I want to do a Pop Boy conference. I've been saying that all year. And so she said it was heavy on her heart, too, about doing something for the boys. Boom. We're in the process of making stuff happen. People better start talking before someone else. That's exactly right, Michelle. And then folks get mad. Oh, they stole my idea. How did they steal your idea when you didn't even open up your mouth or even have a plan or even start working on the idea? It was just in your head. God don't bless no thoughts. God don't bless no thoughts. Okay? He does say he can do exceedingly abundantly above anything you can think or ask, according to the power within you. But you got to do more than just think, because faith without works is dead. He wants to see you do something toward that divine revelation of evidence appearing in your mind. That's dreams. That's my acronym for dreams. Divine revelation of evidence appearing in your mind. He wants to see you work toward that. If not, he'll give it to somebody else. Like Michelle said, credit expert. He'll give it to somebody else, and then you're going to get mad. Like, don't get mad when somebody else does. Like, don't get mad when somebody else does the same thing that you want to do when you didn't move on it. You sat on it for a year. You sat on it for 2 years. And then somebody else is doing it. Thank you. Thank you. Like today. Today I met with the lady. She does juicing, right? And so I met with Patricia. She does juicing. And because I got my juice, she don't know anything about me. Welcome route to victory. She don't know anything about me, right? So when I started talking to her, you know, my mind, as a dream developer, as idea strategist, my mind goes there. And so I let her know what I did, because she didn't know what I did. And so I went into my elevator pitch, right? I let her know who I am, what I do, and who I serve. And her eyes lit up. I'm like, girl, have you considered going to the farmers markets here in Warner Robins? Have you wanted to collaborate with Salads to Go? Have you went down to the natural food store here in Warner Robins? I was just bringing out ideas, and she's like, girl, I need to talk to you, because you are where I want to, you're the type of person I want to talk to, because my ideas are big, right? And I'm just throwing out big ideas to her that kept coming in my mind. But guess what? If I never open my mouth, then she would never know what I'm doing. And praise God that I started listening to my inner voice that tells me to do something. Yes, I started listening to my inner voice that tells me to do stuff. So I am put on a small business marketing workshop here in my area on September the 18th for small business owners, right? And I'm spreading the word right now, but of course I'm going to do my event page. I'm going to do my Facebook ad, because I only can have 35 people there. But I say this to say, listen to the inner you. The inner you knows. Yourself kind of won't let you down. When you have that intuition, when you have that inner, don't let nobody discredit that. Don't let nobody discredit how you feel, because they will. They'll tell you, girl, why are you doing that? Don't you need this? Don't you need that? Like when I tell people my dream house, I can't show everybody, because some folks might say, girl, how you gonna afford that? I don't know how I'm gonna afford that house. It's not for me to know how. It's for me to do the work so I can, you know. I know that's my dream house because Denzel said it best. Whatever he shows you, whatever, hey mom 76, whatever he shows you in your dream, whatever the glimpse of that vision he shows you, he will make the provision for you to get it done. Whatever it is. We got to stop allowing the enemy to scare us. Like so many people were scared to look at the sky today. I looked, and I'm not blind. We allow TV, we allow social media, and the religious media manipulation to manipulate us out of our dreams, to talk us out of doing stuff because of fear, because of the false evidence appearing real. Like some of y'all work a 9-to-5 job, which is cool and okay. But at the same time, you have a business and no one knows you have a business. You have a strategy on how you're going to get promoted for your business, but for your job, but you don't have a strategy on how you're going to promote your business or how you're going to work your plan. But you got a strategy on how you are going to get promoted. People know where you work at, but they don't know nothing about your business. They don't know that you have a side hustle. They don't know that you have a dream, but they know where you work at. You're so quick to say where you work at, but so not quick to promote your business. What are you scared of? That you're going to outshine somebody else? That because you have more a more go-getter mentality? Or you're afraid that you're going to fail and they're going to say something. I told you that wasn't going to work. I would like to say, girl, you need a what? But that's me, workpreneur at the moment. Yeah, me too, Michelle. Exactly. But guess what? We're going to make it because we are working hard. I see you. We are working hard on our dreams. There's a quote that's saying work full-time at your job and part-time on your dreams. That's what I'm doing now. I could have not came on here because I still have stuff that I need to do because, again, today was a productive day. I met with the juice lady, and then because there's some media production stuff that I want to do, I met with Tank Media entertainment, I believe. And so we got to talk. You know, when two entrepreneurs get together, yeah, you know, your mind, when you get with a like-minded person, you're like, oh my gosh, like, where you been at? Like, this is the type of conversation I want to have all day and every day. Like, we were just talking about the school system, and we were talking about how he did photography, how he learned everything. So now he's just gonna do production and do beats and do mass production and produce beats, produce films and produce stuff. I'm like that too. I do photography. I did makeup, but I stopped doing makeup. So now I'm just strictly on photography, and I learned how to do my own graphics. I learned how to do every piece of my business, so I know what good graphics look like. I know what good pictures look like. And I can show somebody else what I want. Now, don't be afraid to try different things just to figure out what you are good at. Sometimes you have to try different things to kind of figure out what are your talents, what are your abilities, what are your gifts, and what are your strengths. A lot of times we like to concentrate on your weakness. Like my weakness, I'm not that very organized. I'm not as a detailed person. The details come to me later on. So I'm trying to get with a very analytical person, a Virgo, that can get more into the details. But I'm not going to stop, because I know that I'm in the process of being organized. I'm not as organized as I like to, but that's not going to stop me. Don't allow what you call your limitations, don't allow your weaknesses, what you think are weaknesses, to stop you. Now, if you need some help to going after what you want to go after, your dream, if you need someone to help push you and hold you accountable, I'm your girl. Go click on the link in the bio, yourgirltheron.com/session. Schedule your free consultation on how I can help support you. If you are a mompreneur, not necessarily a mompreneur, if you're a woman and you've been through something, I have a group called SW Still Standing. That stands for Superwoman Still Standing. It is a Facebook group. Come and join this movement. I promise you, it's a celebration of women. We are celebrating women. Women. Here it is on Facebook. Superwoman Still Standing. Come and join the swag. That is Superwomen around the globe. Okay? You can look us on Facebook. SW Still Standing. Superwoman around the globe. I'm looking to partner with other women. I'm looking to partner with other women and just celebrate you, right? And you can come in and we can celebrate you. We can partner up together and help. I don't know. I'm not gonna say save the world, but do our part, right? We do this. We can actually do our part. So Superwoman Still Standing around the globe, right? Stands for swag. Join us on Facebook. Thank you again for coming back, Timothy. Join us. Cause I am looking for Superwomen ambassadors. I'm looking to take Superwoman Still Standing to a place near a city near you. It's coming to a state near you. So I am your girl Theron. Thank you so much for all the hearts. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Timothy. Look, thank you. Thank you for all the replay viewers for heart me up. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the hearts. I'll be back on tomorrow. Between 10:15 and 10:30-ish. Look, ish. Because stuff happens, right? So, thank you, Tim. But I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a great, tomorrow's Jacob's birthday. I'll be back on tomorrow. But I forgot today's midnight. So it's Jacob's birthday, my son. And he's turned 12. So I gotta do Jacob stuff tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I can't meet with Tank tomorrow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Tim. But y'all, I'll be back. I'll try to be back on tomorrow. I forgot that Jacob
Birthday's tomorrow.
Oh.
And I ain't got him nothing yet. But,
Yes. All right. Y'all have a great day.